Well, Shaun, welcome to Australian Canoeing. You've been here a little while now, of course, but how are you finding it?
Yeah, no, very good so far. Certainly been feeling welcomed in the Australian canoeing family, and no, just really just getting my teeth stuck into it and on a steep learning curve.
So for people who aren't familiar with you, give us a very brief rundown of your background.
Yeah, essentially, I'm a sports scientist by profession, but spent most of my career in triathlon as a triathlon coach. Been to the last few Olympics, and then following London, I went overseas and worked for Team Sky, a professional cycling team, as a coach.
And what attracted you to this job?
Being in triathlon, I was based at Pizzey Park with the sprint canoeists, and I always found the athletes, extremely professional and hardworking, and the coaches knowledgeable and experienced. And I think it is a unique sport. It's one of the most successful Australian Olympic sports. So when the job became vacant, I was extremely attracted to it.
And first impressions when you got here and when you saw how the program was running and how the athletes were going, what did you think?
My first impression was, geez, there's some great people working for this organisation, some great coaches, passionate coaches. So that was certainly my first impression. Digging down a little bit deeper, I think there is opportunity for us to take it to another level. I suppose, looking at it from a different lens. I see areas where we can really hone in and improve and take on the rest of the world.
What do you see, Shaun, as some of the biggest challenges for this sport in Australia over the coming years?
Oh, look, I don't like relying on funding too much, but certainly seeing the athletes having to work just to scrape by having a living, it's tough on them. Certainly coming from Team Sky, where the athletes earn good money and it's professional, I think the athletes would love to commit more to training and more to competition, but it's such a struggle with an income. But certainly funding removed aside, I think it's just about looking at things in a different way, tackling things in a different way, and looking for opportunities.
It's not like reinventing the wheel, I suppose, is it? I mean, the basics are there, but do you see yourself making major changes to the way training programs are run or overseas campaigns are structured?
No, certainly not. I see a successful program. I mean, the results speak for themselves. So, and as I said, I think there's some really knowledgeable and experienced coaches working for. But my job's really just to ask questions. Some of them will probably be stupid, but some of them hopefully will get people thinking and maybe just makes minor changes, thinking about things in a different way. I think being involved in one sport for a long period of time, it's easy just to do the same thing every day. And not saying that that's being done at the moment, but just having an external set of eyes, just inquiring, is there better ways to do things?
And are you happy with the way that the system is based at the moment? You have some based on the Gold Coast. You have different structures around the country. Do you think is that sustainable?
Yeah, I certainly think it is. I think one of the big strategic shifts that I want to take the sport over the next 3 or 4 years is investing more in the pathways out in the States. I think we've got very good National Centre of Excellences, at Pizzey Park on the Gold Coast, and then down here for the slalom program. They run well, but let's really build up the SISAS programs and then the feeder programs into the SISAS to get quality athletes coming into that level.
And Shaun, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you've seen firsthand a UK system where they have the backing of the lotteries, the national lotteries, and of course this is a topic which is debated in Australia all the time. Does that work, and do you think that would be something that Australia should investigate just to guarantee and to provide that more secure source of funding?
I think any revenue source that Australian sports can secure would be beneficial. I mean, it is an arms race now. Olympic sport has become a lot more professional, and we've got the added disadvantage of being in the southern hemisphere and having to do a lot of travel and spend a lot of time away from home, which is costly as well. And then there's the currency. So I think Australian sport is in a challenging environment at the moment. But I also think because we're in a challenging environment, we are quite efficient, and I think that's an added advantage for us. We don't look at just funding as the sole solution. We look for efficiencies and maximising what we've got.
And a final question, and I don't mean to be mean and put you on the spot again, but at the end of, let's say, the next 4 years, what would you consider to be a successful result for you, that you could look back and think, I've set out what I achieved to do?
Yeah, it's a good question, because I hate measuring success on just medals. That's how we are based, and that's how we'll be judged. I accept that. But I constantly use the word continuous improvement. So if I can see continuous improvement in our men's program, in our para program, in our women's program, and then at the grassroots as well, and building numbers. I'm not happy with the numbers here this weekend. We've got to build it from the base. But certainly, we'll be looking for improved medals come Tokyo across both slalom and sprint programs. But I want continuous improvement across the programs and across our people as well, investing in our people and making them better.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to seeing how things go over the next few years. Welcome to what is the greatest sport on the planet, and best of luck with getting things going in the right direction and some good results in the years to come.
Yeah, no, thank you. Great to be a part of it. I'm looking forward to it.